Milwaukee, Wisconsin. My name's Mitch Nellis, a.k.a. Thunder. This is the freshly shaven Mason Crosby Show.
That's right. Girls are back in town, so I just thought I'd clean up after this weekend with Nolan. It was a great weekend, but it's always good to have those ladies back in the house. So I thought I'd clean up for everybody on this amazing Monday after the bye week.
So fresh and so clean is the one and only Mason Crosby. Many of us were there on Saturday. Many more of us were watching as the Milwaukee Brewers absolutely beat down Matthew Boyd and the Chicago Cubs. And then, of course, yesterday, on a bye week, we had the chance to just Red Zone channel it up or, tune in, tune out, tune in, tune out. But the Eagles lose. The Bills lose. The Arizona Cardinals should be contracted immediately and relegated to Division D3 football, I think, after the way they lost their game. Fun weekend of sports. And our Brewers, they just played Brewer baseball. They got out-homered 3-0 and won easily and convincingly.
Yeah, I mean, could you have written a better script than what happened in that first inning? Cubs hit a home run.
Love it.
And everybody, I just love seeing the Cubs fans there in AmFam and they're just, oh, this is it. It's over. We're going to roll roll the Brewers out of their own stadium. We're going to hit, 10 home runs this game. The Brewers are bad. They're just we knew they were going to be bad. And then the bottom of the first was ridiculous. When was the last time you've seen a first inning like that? Especially in the playoffs. I mean,
I think that
was
the
ridiculous.
Key. Yeah, that'll happen every so often in the regular season because baseball, but to see it in the playoffs, to just start the game double.
Yeah.
I mean, it within seconds, the entire script of the game had flipped and the Brewers were in control. And then it kept going all the way as Blake Perkins, batting eighth, battles through a 10-pitch at bat with an RBI single up the middle. And it kept going and kept going and kept going. And that's what the Brewers need to do. They need to keep their foot on the pedal. I know they scored 3 more in the second and then didn't score again. So there's a little fear that what happened there. But
they didn't need to.
Well, they definitely didn't need to. You don't want to waste runs, but that's not exactly how it works.
Don't waste runs.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But just a fantastic performance, top to bottom, everybody involved. And just happy, that Freddie got to go out there and gave up the home run, but then settled down and cruised. And it's different, Mason, playing with a big lead like that sometimes, right?
Yeah, sometimes, having a big lead is not always easy. I mean, I remember times there in Green Bay where it's all right, you jump out to a big lead in the first half, and it's all right, now how do you just keep the foot on the gas? How do you keep, attacking? Don't just sit back and let them kind of, clip away at it because if you can get that lead, a really good team, especially in the postseason, can come back and get those runs back pretty easily. So just for them to hold on, get those runs in the first inning. I mean, they went through the batting order and then back up. I mean, Churio got two hits in the first inning, which is insanity. Wasn't that that's a record, right? Well, I can't imagine that's happened a lot.
It ties the record, but then when he got a hit in the second inning, he became the first player ever to get 3 hits in the first 2 innings. 414-677-1250 is the Nicolay Law Fan Talk and text line. Your reactions to game 1 and, of course, your confidence level now after game 1, looking at game 2 tonight. I was in the press box. Mason, you were on a boat, but Tommy was in the stands. So, Tommy, take us into the stands when Shaw hits that home run. What did it sound and feel like? And then what was the bottom of the first like?
So I would like to say, you asked when's the last time that happened. The answer is never. The Brewers scoring 9 runs and having 10 hits in the first 2 innings of a postseason game. Both were 3 more than the previous high marks of any team in their first 2 innings in a single playoff run in MLB history. I was at Kelly's Bleachers doing the live show that we're going to do again today. If you're interested, 5 to 8. Me and Josh Albrecht taking you all the way up until first pitch. So I had to go from Kelly's, and I didn't know I was going to the game until an hour before first pitch. Me and IT Ed, we go in. As soon as we walk in, the Cubs hit the home run.
Oh,
Like we get in the stadium,
it's like, oh,
and it's 1-0 Cubs.
You're not even at your section yet.
Give me a beer, please. This might be a long one.
Immediately, right. That's the first thought going through everyone's head. When my butt hits my seat, Churio hits the double. And it's like, all right, like what's going on? What's about to happen here? Then the next double happens, and then the next double happens, and it was over. It was over. 100% was done. You knew it didn't matter at all. That was the most electric atmosphere I have ever seen for American Family Field. And I lived it up as much as you can tell, probably from my voice right now.
Oh, heck yeah. I mean, was it Perkins that took Boyd like 12, I think 12 pitches, maybe even more, like in the first inning? I mean, to have Boyd only go, what, 2/3 of an inning?
Right.
As their starter?
That's when I walked into the building. I walked in because I was on the air with Tommy until 1.
I was texting with y'all.
Yep. And I walked in as Perkins, and I'm like, I'm standing watching it on TV, like when you first walk in, because I don't want to miss a pitch, but then he fouls one off, and then he fouls it off, and, and it kept going. So finally I walked over to the right field stairs, where the kids area is, and their standing room only, as he gets the base hit. It's like, I mean, it's just I had texted to you guys that no matter what happens, this is a great at bat.
Oh,
I mean, if he ends up flying out or striking out, it's still burning 10, 11 pitches. Like, it's still a great at bat, but then to get an RBI single on top of it, on just simply.
Well, and it's the most Brewers way to get those 9 runs and break that record in the postseason. Like, no home runs.
No home runs.
It's just like they just ran the bases. Like, I mean, every single that they hit to right field, if someone was on second, they're rolling. It's like every ball into the outfield, someone was scoring a run, and it was just a master class in Brewers baseball, just how they play the game. And it's so exciting to see a team, and so refreshing to see a team like this, where it's just like they are going to play great defense. They don't let a home run in the first inning shake their confidence or what they're about. Peralta settled in, found a way to just carve out a really good start. And I mean, and then just the bats are it's just insane. Like, I love this team. I love what they're about. I love that they had the roof half opened to start the game, just to the sun was shining on the Cubs.
So they didn't really do that.
Oh, I know they didn't do it on purpose, but I love that it happened.
Right.
It's just like it's troll city without even trying.
And the Cubs, the Cubs media overreacted to that. It's so dumb.
Seriously, because that's something that they would do in Chicago, so they assumed it was on purpose, because that's definitely a Chicago thing, not a Milwaukee.
Hey! If you want to get into Troll City, I will say this. This is a stat for all you Cubs fans listening right now.
Clowns.
It's the first time in MLB history that a team lost a game by 6 or more runs when they hit 3 homers in a playoff game, too. So congrats, Chicago, on doing that.
Way to hit solo homers.
First time. Yeah.
I like that we're all geared up today, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
If you're watching on YouTube,
I mean,
we are live on YouTube at the Fan Milwaukee. And Tommy, as you see, so Mason's wearing the beer and burgers and pancakes and beer and friendship and beer
and
music
magic
and magic and beer. And
more beer.
And Tommy is wearing his Ashby jersey because today is what, Tommy?
It's Ash Monday. Right. Happy Ash Monday.
As we found out yesterday, Ashby getting the start. It's Ash Monday.
Heck yeah.
Quinn is ready to go. But I think there's a chance Quinn doesn't go. And I'll explain that in a little bit as well.
You think you want to get him to Chicago?
414-677-1250. I think it depends on how the game goes, but I think the game goes the way I think it'll go, but we will see. Trav is in Brown Deer on the Nicolay fan talking text line 414-677. Trav, you were on the Mason Crosby show.
How you doing, guys? My first time talking with you, Mason. Rami, I'm going to have a trifecta today.
Heck yeah.
Let's do it, baby.
Yeah, way when I talk to Sparky. And
I love it. Just stay on all day. I love it.
Yep.
Hey, but Mason, when he lived up there before he came back to Milwaukee, right? You were kicking good, right? And it went to Rush Center, and it went over the fence, right?
Yeah.
Right. So I grabbed the ball, and they came and took it away from us. Right?
Oh,
yeah, you
man.
can't keep the ball.
Yeah, those are cherished objects. I
That's
gotta
cool.
keep those balls
Hey,
going. I break those things in. They're perfect. I can't lose footballs.
Trav, you can't
they're a
play-
little tight up there in Green Bay. They wouldn't
Yeah.
give me new ones if I
can't
did
play
all
with
of them away.
Mason's type balls like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, baseballs, they're just, it's just,
The baseballs.
Well, sorry about that. Yeah, sorry. It's not a choice I make, but sorry they wouldn't let you keep that football.
All right.
That's all right.
Thank you.
Thank you,
All
Trav.
right, I appreciate you.
Thanks for the call, Trav. Go Brewers. Super excited. And Mason, I don't know if you were listening at the very end of 9 to Noon with Kuhn and Rami. I know we're all I'm surprised we're wearing Brewers gear today because it is Bucks at Heat.
I'm surprised you're
preseason
wearing.
back.
Yeah,
I know,
I'm surprised you're wearing
right,
Brewers
right.
gear. That was a tough decision for you.
Thought for sure there was a Canadian holiday you'd be celebrating today.
Oh,
Hey,
gosh.
NHL season does start tomorrow.
Oh, yeah,
exactly.
We are gonna pick our NHL teams today or tomorrow.
Oh, Canada. I'm going to Preds Dallas Stars game October 26th. Yeah,
All right,
here
right.
in Nashville.
Should I
So
put that in my calendar?
yeah, come on down. Actually, so I had a charity event. I put in a bid,
Did you
like
win
not
your
thinking I
own-
was getting a suite.
Right. Oh, you got
It's
a
a
suite?
16-person suite.
Tom.
I put in this bid. I'm like, oh man, like someone's gonna outbid me. I just want to get this thing up. No one else bid on it, and I'm like, I just got a 16-person suite. For I think it was. I think it's $100 a ticket. I think it was like $1,600 with the food, with everything. I'm like,
No.
awesome, let's go. So yeah,
Wait,
I got to.
That's a Sunday night.
That's a Sunday night.
Oh, we can make that happen.
with our family, we only probably have about, they're going to invite friends. We have like 4 tickets available. So
Tommy?
yeah, there are seats available.
So
Come on
here's
down.
the problem, and I don't want to say it out loud. I can't say what I want to say out loud about Sunday, October 26th. Right? So I just shouldn't say it, right?
Is it
like,
WWE?
No,
or
it's just
something?
that I'm keeping all of October free. Right?
Okay. Yes, I
Right?
hear what you're saying.
Can I
that
say
makes
that
sense.
and then just leave it
Okay,
there?
that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
I see
All
what you're saying
right.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Let's stay on the Brewers.
You're
all
picking up
everything
what-
else
You're
doesn't
picking
matter.
up what I'm putting down.
I'm picking it up.
Nice. Who do the Packers play on the 26th, by the way? Well, I know.
If
We
the
don't
Brewers aren't playing, I don't know.
Right.
Whatever it is.
that was my point, Tommy.
We're rolling with the
Yeah.
Brewers until the Packers play
I
another
know.
game. Like it's
Man.
all Brewers
guys.
all the time.
What do you think?
But-
What do you think I'm trying to say? Oh, that's Packers at Steelers Sunday night.
Oh,
That's the Sunday night game.
jeez.
Oh, you're
Okay.
not going. You're not going to Pittsburgh, bro. You're not going to go hang
Yeah,
out.
I mean,
in
I haven't
Aaron's
gotten an
suite?
invite.
Wow.
Yeah, I haven't gotten the sweet invite yet
Man,
to that game.
brutal.
So
Brutal.
yeah, I'll be at a Pred Stars game. Sorry, Aaron. If I get that invite day of, I'm not going to be able to make it. I apologize. Right now.
414-677-1250, the Nicolay Law Fan Talking text line. You can also join us on our YouTube channel at The Fan Milwaukee. Brewers and Cubs today, 8:08 p.m. Ashby versus Shota. Can I just call him Shota, Tommy? Like, do I have to call him Imanaga? Do I go? It's Imanaga, right?
Shota Imanaga.
Yeah. So can I call him Shote? Like, we know who that is?
I'm
Like-
if you want, yeah, I
If you
guess.
want.
I mean,
First-
Genius
yeah.
didn't stop you. Like
First
whatever.
name basis. We
Yeah,
just
yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
who cares
yes.
who the Cubs pitcher is, right?
Well,
I mean,
know.
sure.
who
So I
cares?
care who it
Yes.
is because I think the Cubs are going to run into the exact same situation tonight that they ran into Saturday. They're pitching a lefty on 3 days rest, and I think the Brewers are going to absolutely open up a can of whoop ass on this
So-
guy in the first couple innings. I think it's going to get ugly early again. I think the Brewers fans are ready for it on a Monday night. Like I don't need to wait till the last segment to make a prediction, and I don't want to jinx anything. And I know Mrs. Thunder is not a little stitious; she's superstitious. So she hates when I make predictions like this. But I just think the Brewers absolutely lay one on the Cubs tonight. I'm throwing it out right away. Like,
I will
don't care.
say,
I think it's going to be a little tighter than it was last time.
I don't think so. I don't think.
But
it
I think
is.
they're.
I
I
don't
think
think
it's
it
going to
is.
be. I think it. I mean, I
Brewers win
think
by 6. Like
6 or 7, maybe.
6, 7.
Yeah,
I hate you guys.
that was
I
for
will-
Tommy.
I
Yes,
hate you
yes,
guys.
yes,
Tommy.
yes.
I'm
yes.
turning my mic off the rest of the show.
No, Tommy, we want you. We want
Don't
you.
leave.
Oh, look at him. He's talking and he's
Yes.
amazing.
Woo.
You guys are
Hey,
the worst.
how about that though? We
You're
were
the best
texting
in
that
radio.
in that game, like
Yeah.
in the game on Saturday, that Ben Brown got in the game.
Yeah.
You know, and I texted
Friend
you all
of the
about
show.
that.
Friend
Yeah,
of the show, Ben
Friend-
Brown.
Ben Brown, yeah. Molly does a Bible study with his wife, and so she was like, "Hey, I'm gonna miss because I got to go up. If Ben gets into the playoffs, so the Cubs go to the playoffs, and I was like, there's no way he's gonna pitch in any of these games.
Only in blowouts.
Whenever the Cubs go, like, what they have like 15 pitchers pitching that game. I mean,
actually, after the first two guys got crushed, Aaron Savali pitched really well, and then Ben Brown pitched really well.
Yeah,
So,
Savali. Yeah. Talk about that trade, right? Like, that's the Vaughn trade, right?
I tweeted it out. Like, the White Sox won the trade. Savali got Vaughn out the one time they faced each other. So the White Sox won the trade.
So the White Sox win that trade.
I mean, trade's over. Like,
you're not concerned about Jackson Chourio at all on the confidence meter.
Absolutely, I am concerned about Jackson Chourio. I actually don't think he plays tonight. I don't think and I think the Brewers still run the show tonight. And I think Jackson Chourio's okay. I think his hamstring's a little messy. I don't think it's messy enough to be out for the playoffs. I know that Murph wants to err on the side of security. He wants to err on the side of caution. And I get that, but it's still the playoffs. I didn't love how Chourio looked yesterday running from home to first. Like, it still looked like he was like trying to protect himself a little bit, which is not a good way to play. And so I do wonder if Chourio is only a left fielder now for the playoffs. Like, I don't know that Chourio plays center field in these playoffs at all. I think he could be a left fielder only. It's an easier position to play. And so I am worried about that, the MRI didn't come back clean. It came back inconclusive. And I think Mace, I think Chourio, like, I think this is actually a situation to keep an eye on.
Yeah, I mean, that's concerning. Obviously, he didn't do like the hard pull up.
No,
it was more just kind of like, there's a little something in there that didn't feel right. And it was weird. It was almost whenever he hit the bag, right? He kind of almost, his gait was just a little off with how he went through that bag, and just kind of, it almost looked like he just kind of planted weird on the bag when he ran through. So maybe it's something that they can wrap up and go. I mean, I feel like in the playoffs, unless it's torn, you're going to try to find your way out there in some capacity, right? Even if it's a DH type situation, like Jackson Chourio needs to be on that field if he's able to go.
Well, again, like, if Christian Yelich wasn't just the worst left fielder in the league, like, what's going on here? Like, shouldn't that be a situation where, remember at the beginning of the year, they wanted Christian Yelich to make his way back to the outfield by the end of the season. Right, that was the plan.
Right, because Isaac Collins didn't exist yet.
Right, and Isaac Collins also maybe doesn't exist the same way he was existing 2 months ago, right, for this team. Like, why wouldn't they just have some sort of easy transition from Chourio to DH to Yelich to left field if there was a real problem with it?
And that might be just what happens tonight. Like, that would make sense.
I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't think Chourio's playing tonight.
I agree. When we were talking about it, I think that this is like, hey, Chourio's a good to go. If this is a Game 7 of the World Series type situation, maybe he's ready to go, but they probably try to steal one without him. And they're already doing that on the pitching side of things, it feels like.
Yes.
So I don't necessarily love that in the confidence for Game 2 either.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, why risk it here in the NLDS whenever if he gets a few days rest, he can be ready to roll.
But I still think, like, you got to step on the neck. Like, this is not a let's try to steal one when we're not fully healthy.
No.
Right. That's why I don't understand necessarily the Ashby opener. Now, I mean, the jersey is awesome now that plays, but I still think that what has Quinn Priester done all season to not warrant, like, go out there Game 2, let's get it.
But if it goes the way I think it will, I don't think Priester's pitching at all. I think they end up pitching him Game 3 because they're up 6-0 after 2.
Yeah, I just don't want to be cute. I just don't want to be cute about it. I want to go out and dominate.
Yeah. Right.
I don't mind Priester getting bumped to that first game in Chicago. I think that wouldn't be a bad play.
But I also say, like, with Ashby pitching against this lineup with the lefties at the top. I mean, listen, we saw this right before the All-Star break. Like, they were playing the Nationals, who stink. But the Nationals had 3 lefties at the top of the order, so they opened up with a lefty. We've seen this with Priester with other guys this year, and it didn't work May 2nd against the Cubs. But this is not the same Quinn Priester, and I think if you get the Ashby you think you're going to get 2 shutout innings, and then you get Quinn Priester to go 5 or 6, Like the Cubs are going to struggle offensively in the game tonight.
Looking too far ahead. That's not
To
Brewers.
what?
That's not very Brewers.
That's
It's
inning
not
by
very
inning?
Brewers.
All right. So
It's not very
all right,
Brewers.
so be Brewers.
Priester. Boom. Brewers.
Ashby,
Done.
one inning. Ashby's going to pitch 1 inning, a shutout inning.
Oh.
I'm not even looking at the game. I'm looking inning by inning. You want me to be
Mhm.
Brewers? Inning by inning.
Okay.
Ashby's going to get through the first. What happens after that? I don't know. That's up
Yeah.
to Murph.
Yeah.
But I'll
Exactly.
take that first inning.
I agree. I understand why you do
just
that.
told me to do that.
I just think that, again, the Priester, like, oh, he could not pitch today. I don't like that. I don't like that.
All right.
He's been the second best pitcher on the team. Let him go.
Then maybe the plan is just for Ashby to go 2 and Priester to go 5, and then take your chances, right? How about Ashby to go 2, Priester to go 6? What's the difference?
Because I just think that the Brewers should show, hey, Quinn's been our guy. Quinn is him. Quinn should go out
But
there
that's
and
not
prove
the
himself
Brewers
in the
way, though.
playoffs.
He doesn't need to prove himself, but
Right.
the Brewers
Quinn-
way is that they
all
all
hands on
play
deck
the Brewers way, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just like
And
however we draw it up, we're going to go out there and be the best
relying
team.
on one guy is
Yeah.
not Brewers way.
I
Relying on
understand.
team is Brewers way.
I don't like it. I
All
don't
right.
like it.
Well, you're going to hear more about Tommy not liking it tonight on the leadoff show.
Yeah, you are.
The leadoff show's on the road ahead of the Game 2 matchup between Milwaukee and Chicago. Join the leadoff show. It's Tommy with Josh Albrecht at Kelly's Bleachers on Blue Mountain tonight from 5 to 8. So get out there, have a Sun Cruiser vodka iced tea. I go peach at 12:50 a.m. and 105.7 FM, The Fan. We're going to talk a little Packers. There's some Packers news, and the players are now talking right now to the media. So we got some Packers news to get into. An old face, but a new face on the practice field, I believe, today.
Yeah.
So we got to talk about
Some
that.
injury talk. Yeah. What are we expecting to happen this week?
No Packers, No Life, the documentary about the Packers in Japan. The producers, Sean and Ty, are going to join us at 12:40. Ryan Wood from the Green Bay Press-Gazette. He'll have all the Packers news at 1. We'll jump back into Brewers talk. And, of course, we have to do our weekend recap of picks at 1:20. And then we're going to take an hour away from Sparky. We're just going to do an hour preview of Bucks Heat for the preseason preview tonight.
You got that. You got that one.
no, we're not doing that.
You
I'm
can
out.
take that one.
I'm out.
He's Mason Crosby. He's Tommy Wirtz. I'm Mitch Nellis, a.k.a. Thunder. The Mason Crosby Show, presented by Verizon, the official 5G network of the Green Bay Packers. We're in the Fan Studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook.
Oh, yeah.
This is what the Milwaukee Brewers are going to do to the Chicago Cubs tonight. They are going to rock them like a hurricane. My name is Mitch Nelson, a.k.a. Thunder. It's the Mason Crosby Show presented by Verizon, the official 5G network of the Green Bay Packers. Mason Crosby's here. Tommy Wirtz is here. Mason, is that just water, or you got a little cleanse going on or anything?
No, just water in a green cup.
Well, it's in a green cup, so you can't really tell what's in there.
Definitely water.
Tommy went straight to the smelling salts this morning.
Oh, are we salting it up?
He just went.
There's no bad time, right?
Right.
All right.
Tommy's like any day that ends with Y, any time that ends with a clock, he's like ready to roll.
As long as it's American Standard Time.
Time that ends with them.
AST,
time
exactly.
Hey, I saw
PM.
a place, Tommy, this weekend in Norway that doesn't even keep time. They just don't even believe in time.
What does that even mean? Just sun up, sun down?
Yeah, it's just like you go to this little island town in Norway, and it's just in the summer especially.
I love that.
Light all day, and they're just like no time exists. Like people hang their watches out on bridges. Like it's just like it doesn't matter. Time just doesn't matter.
Can I say something stupid? Maybe possibly stupid question
or amazing. Might be amazing.
Is that not just Amish?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Right? Isn't it just like circadian rhythm all the way?
Just whenever things are open,
right.
you get to know like the people around you, and it's like, hey, I need something at the store, and they're like, all right, we'll meet you over there. Like it's not open right now because it's midnight, but the sun's still out, so we'll go check out.
We're gonna
call that Alaska.
We should do the Mason Crosby show on a sundial clock instead.
Gosh.
Yeah, no, that's from here on
just
out.
whenever we feel like it.
Well,
we'll just come on whenever we feel like it.
But it is. We know the show does start at high noon.
Yeah,
so I think a sundial actually would work for us.
Yeah, right? Seriously. Like I decided not to look at the clock ever again. So I just go outside and look at the sun, and I figure it out whenever I'm supposed to be on.
414-677-1250 is the Nikolai Law Fan Talking text line. What do you believe about the sun and our clock system here on Earth? No,
on Earth.
On Earth. 920 writes in, don't overthink things. Get the win tonight. That's all that matters. Worry about game 3 after tonight's play. After tonight, Major League Baseball players are people of habit. Would like to keep them on their normal rhythms as much as possible. And I guess what I would say to that, Tommy.
Did you write that in, Tommy?
No, he didn't. But Quinn is used to this. Like this has happened a number of times for Quinn and Quinn has been told, start warming up at the beginning of the game. By the second or third inning, you're going to go in and you're going to pitch 6 shutout innings. You do you. It doesn't matter if it's 1 through 6 or if it's 3 through 8. We want 6 shutout innings from Quinn Priester tonight.
I do. I agree. I think like postseason is just such a different animal. Yeah, yes. Sure. Like starters, like you kind of want to keep that rhythm, but it's like it doesn't matter if he starts the game. Like if he does get in and pitch, like I think it's the same type of thing. You almost for me, if I'm the Cubs, like that would throw a real wrench into my plan. If you know Quinn Priester is waiting in the wings to come in the second inning, third inning, and just have a 6 inning run, something like that.
Well, here's my thought. If they're not using or plan like Mitch is saying, if they cannot use Quinn and save him for Chicago, 100% Mizorowski's pitching tonight.
Say that again.
If the
plan is to not pitch
if the
Quinn,
plan is, hey, can we preserve Quinn? Then their plan must entail that Jacob Mizorowski is pitching today. I don't think that's the
plan. I think they're going to see how the first couple innings go.
I hate it.
But there's a day off tomorrow. It's not like he's pitching tomorrow.
I get it. Look, I get it. I just think that Quinn Priester has earned enough on his performance in 2025.
But there's no such thing as earned enough, Tommy. I think that's where you're getting caught up.
No, I think baseball managers are trying to be cute right now.
No, they're trying to win games.
Correct.
They're trying to win tonight.
And it's
regardless of what Quinn Priester has earned throughout the season. If he thinks that the best opportunity to get a win is Ashby for 2 and then Quinn for 6, he's going to go in that order because Bush just led off game 1 with a home run.
Correct. Yeah.
And so maybe you could argue he's overreacting to that.
Yeah.
You want to say that I will have your back on.
Oh, he's overreacting to that.
All right, I got your back.
All right, thanks.
A little overreaction, but hey, I think Yeah, I just say trust the process. I mean, this Brewers team hasn't let us down too much this year. Murph has been solid with his decision making, so I just say trust the process and let's just be along for the ride and enjoy the baseball we get to watch, because I think it's going to be exciting, and I anticipate these Brewers coming out hot again and just getting I mean, it's crazy to think that during the course of a regular season, you rarely have days off. I mean, they had the week off basically, for the wild card. And then they just had another day off in the middle of to start this series. So this Brewers team just has to be licking their chops to get back on that field and go out there and put up another 9-run game.
Yeah, another 9 spot would be amazing. He's Mason Crosby. Tommy Wirtz is here as well. I'm Mitch Nelson, a.k.a. Thunder. And Tommy, we love Jake Bauers, right?
Oh, yeah, we do.
What number does Jake Bauers wear?
9.
9. There's another player in the state of Wisconsin who wears number 9. Who we haven't seen play since last November. Did he play in December?
January.
Was it in January?
It was at the end of the year.
Was that the January?
It was the last game of the year.
It was the last game of the year. Well, today at practice for our Green Bay Packers, and we'll hear more about this with Ryan Wood at 1:00 from the Green Bay Press-Gazette. But today in Green Bay, 274 days after tearing his ACL, Christian Watson returned for Monday's practice in the Hudson Center. His PUP window is open. Before I get to that, Mason, Zach Tom and Aaron Banks also were at practice.
Good.
The only DNPs were Anthony Belton and Devontae Wyatt. So Wyatt, obviously, somebody we'll keep our eye on. But Zach Tom and Aaron Banks also back at practice. But Christian Watson, I think, obviously the highlight of today for the Green Bay Packers. And we all expected this. We've all heard the rehab's way ahead of schedule. He's a physical freak. Everything's amazing. But to get a guy with his type of speed and his type of presence back on that offense could mean really good things, Mace. I'm trying not to get excited.
I mean, it can't be, nothing negative can come from that. I think, the window, how long is it going to, take him to kind of get back in form and get ready to go?
It's a 21-day window, right?
Yeah. So he has a long stretch here to just kind of get himself back into playing shape, football shape, kind of what it feels like, going up against a defender. Like all of that stuff is different than just the rehab process, right? You can do as much as you can, but whenever you're running against an athletic trainer and making cuts and doing all that, it's different than a professional defensive back bumping you and getting your hands and getting all that stuff figured out. So awesome that he's going to be back on the field. Awesome that he's going to be getting his opportunity to get back in the groove of things. I love hearing that Banks and Zach Tom are back at practice. Right? I had texted y'all that before, who are the other names that need to be off that injury list? And those were my 2 top names.
Right.
I'm
for sure.
You got to have those guys back. Not loving that Wyatt still on that list after a bye week.
We want Wyatt back.
Yeah, you would hope that he would be
LaFleur told
healthy.
us what? LaFleur told us that he was week to week, not day to day.
Okay.
He was week to week, but I'm a little nervous about Wyatt, Mason.
Yeah, that's a little nerve wracking, and you'll just see I'm sure they have somebody on practice squad that they're looking at, getting that bump to come up if Wyatt can't go. But luckily, Packers are playing the Bengals this week, and I mean that's. Oh, they just. I mean, they had a little spark at the end of that game against the Lions, but man, they look bad. They look anemic. They don't look like they're hitting on all cylinders. Browning early in that game against the Lions just looked like he was. I don't know if he knew what jerseys they were wearing because he just felt like he was picking out the Lions players.
He threw to the 34, the linebacker, the guy with the hair.
He's great. Anzalone, he's great at stepping under things, but I mean, he threw it right to him. Yeah, I mean, he was just standing there.
Nolan Crosby would have had that pick.
Exactly. So I think this is a good week to just get everybody fresh and healthy, and move into a game against the Bengals that. Again, you're expected to win, but this is the NFL. Expected to win doesn't always result in going out there and getting it done. So they need to work hard. They got to have a really good, clean week of practice. And I think a guy like Christian Watson is going to, he's going to help the defense, if anything, as well as he's getting back in that with his speed, with his, his unique skill set for them to prepare for a good Jamar Chase is still a really good wide receiver.
Of course.
So it's like it's never bad to have that many
those
guys on the other side of the ball, where the defense can really kind of be tested all throughout the week as they're about to prepare for a Bengals team.
How many days did you say it was for Watson?
274. That's
for reference, Adrian Peterson tore his ACL on Christmas Eve of 2011. and then played week 1.
Yeah,
That was
he's a freak.
260 days.
Okay. Yeah. So 274, also a good number. Adrian Peterson, we all know how incredibly physically strong and fit he is.
Ridiculous.
We'll talk more Packers with Ryan Wood at 1 o'clock. Do want to let Mason know, though, that if the playoffs started today, I know it's your favorite.
Yes.
It would be number 5 Packers at number 4 Lions in the first round.
Don't love that. I'm glad it's not starting today. I'm glad.
It is not starting
What are the
today.
power rankings?
Thank
relax.
goodness.
No,
Thank
they
goodness.
deleted the power rankings after everybody lost yesterday.
Yeah, Packers moved up without playing. which is
Least
good.
amount of losses in the NFL, the Green Bay Packers.
The Packers are tied for the least amount of losses.
So
I love
good.
it. All right, No Packers, No Life is the documentary. We've got the producers and directors joining us on the other side. We're going to talk about this amazing group of Japanese Packers cheering team squad and hear about how we can see this very cool documentary coming up next on the Mason Crosby Show, presented by Verizon, the official 5G network of the Green Bay Packers. This is the Mason Crosby Show, presented by Verizon, the official 5G network of the Green Bay Packers. I'm Mitch Nellis. He's Mason Crosby. And the documentary spotlights the Japanese Packers cheering team, a group of diehard Japanese Packers fans who get together in a Tokyo karaoke bar at 2 a.m. to watch Packers games live. No Packers, no life, which a documentary in which Mason Crosby has is a big deal.
Yeah, basically. A little cameo, no big deal.
Yeah. Joining us now. Get us ready for the premiere here in Wisconsin, which is coming up, I think, October 17th. There's like a special showing the 15th, but it'll be in Marcus Theaters on the 17th. Gentlemen, how are you? Oh, hold on. I got to hit the button. Gentlemen, how are you?
Doing great. Thanks for having us. Good to see you guys again.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, appreciate y'all jumping back on. So tell us, tickets have gone on sale, or they're going on sale. Like, tell us, how everything's going and what's happening with the movie run out here, because it's close. Y'all are getting excited. It's close.
It is close. It's getting. Tickets have just gone on sale. The film opens a week from Friday, so on the 17th. We're at Marcus Theaters throughout the state. So anywhere you are in the state where there's a Marcus Theater, you can come see the movie a week from Friday. You just go to marcustheaters.com, No Packers, No Life, and pick a showing, come out. We're hoping people tailgate in the parking lot beforehand.
Love it.
It's going to be in Wisconsin. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Whoever wants to join me in Mequon, Marcus North Shore, that's my spot. So
that's my spot. That's where I watched movies as a kid.
Yeah, me too, man. Oh, we probably saw movies together and didn't even know it.
Exactly. That's the place. I'll be there.
Yeah.
So tell us, are any of some of the Japanese fan club, who all's going to be at some of these events? Like, what's to be expected when they all roll this out next week?
We're working on it. We're working on some guest appearances. We're working on some last minute trips over the ocean. We'll see what transpires here. It's not easy for them, and they've made 3 trips over so far. But we're hoping to have a few surprises come the premiere.
Nice. That is awesome. So much fun. We've got Ty Morris and Sean Hanish with us here. No Packers, no life. So what, since we last talked, what's the buzz been? Like, has anything changed? What are you most excited for as this really 11 days away from widespread release in the state of Wisconsin?
I mean, personally, we had so much fun releasing just a bit outside last year to all the fans around the state. That we've got this great premiere happening a week from Wednesday out at the Marcus Theater Majestic in Waukesha, where we're going to have some former Packers, Japanese Packers cheering squad, whether they're in person or virtual, they're going to be there. So we're going to have a really big party. And if folks are interested in coming to that, there's still tickets for sale at nopackersnolife.com. We're also it's going to benefit the Boys and Girls Club of Wisconsin. So
awesome.
Charity thing. I'm really looking forward to that because when I saw the film back in April at the Wisconsin Film Festival, the audience loved it. So I just can't wait to get the film. I mean, I'm sure Ty, you got to be really excited. You are the film.
I think just sharing it with the people, it's such a film for the people. It's such a fan film. And I think the stories are just beautiful. The moments are beautiful. And I think it's just going to be a wonderful gift to the fans for us all to hang out together and enjoy it. And as Thunder said, I'm looking forward to watching it at North Shore where I grew up, sitting in the theater with friends and family and just wearing some Packer gear and enjoying the fun night watching a movie about our favorite state and favorite team.
And you
Heck yeah. So, yep.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Sean. I
said you can see this guy, Mason Crosby, who clearly has a future on the silver screen.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, he does.
That was such a fun day whenever I surprised them out on the field and just got to see the excitement and energy that this Japanese the Packer backers, the fan club, and I still have my shirt. I'll have to rock it next week with my shirt on that they sent over to me. So yeah, I'm so excited for this to come out. What a cool experience.
I think Sue is Mason's #1 fan in the world.
That's
So
right.
I think, got to experience that. That was amazing.
That's so awesome. I mean, what a cool moment. Yeah, I've been texting with Jay DeMerit as well. I know obviously he was such a big part of this as well, and so I'm sure he'll be rolling around, just kind of supporting it as much as possible.
He'll be here. He'll be here.
He's gonna,
yeah.
Oh yeah, he's been hitting me up, just trying to see how to get involved. I do think I'm planning on doing something virtual at one of the events. I don't know if we've rolled that out yet, but maybe we'll just tease that out a little bit. But yeah, we're going to be in Kohler for the Kohler Food and Wine event. But yeah, looking forward to just being able to chat it up and promote this thing, because it's such a cool experience, and it talks to how big the Packers and what it means, not just the Packers, but being a sports fan in general, right? And I think y'all are going to showcase this really well. Talk about some of the parts of the film, maybe a couple little teasers that y'all are most excited about for people to see and witness as this thing rolls out.
I mean, I have one that it's one of my favorite parts of the film, but and I'm really excited for people to see it, because if they're at that Bengals game where Mason kicks the game winner, well, his largest fan, Sue, the Japanese cheering team carries him out of the stadium for the win, takes him to the parking lot, and he recreates the field goal with Mason's jersey on in the Lambeau parking lot. He's 65 years old. He had never kicked the football. I think Jay carried him around after he made it through the uprights. That is in the film, and those are the moments that people are going to get to see when they come out over and over again in this movie. So I'm excited for things like that.
Oh, I love
that's amazing. Yeah,
that's so awesome. I love reliving those moments. It just
right?
enshrines so many cool experiences, and I'm sure there's so many of those, and so it's so great that y'all were able to capture those moments. And I'm glad I was able to give a moment to Sue, and the Packers were able to give that moment to go have a walk-off field goal to beat the Bengals that day.
Yeah, they think I still, I had nothing to do with the game. You won that game, Mason, but I still get messages from them every week. Oh, can you believe Mason Crosby won that game for us? We were there.
Well, they do say the NFL games are scripted, so I had to grease the wheels a little bit to try to get that thing scripted up the right way. They don't always want to give kickers the glory on some of those games, but I was able to get that one done for them.
Yeah, and I don't want to give it all away, but the peak moment of the film happens with Mason too, and so it's just I think people get goosebumps, and it makes them tear up when they see this part. So I think that's what's going to happen when people come to the theaters and check it out.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Tommy, I think we're going to have to get the full audio of the movie and just play back like an audio presentation.
I'm just going to get the audio of you crying during this moment.
Dude, I'm going to bawl.
That's what I'm going to do. That's all we're going with. Yeah.
You might.
I cry at Hallmark commercials. So the fact that Mason Crosby actually did these things in real life, and to see other people crying, if I see other people crying, I'm crying.
Mitch is done.
I'm a puddle.
Plenty of people in the movie are crying too when they see Mason. So don't worry.
I love it. That is awesome.
Well, I think what the beauty of that is too is that it'll bring everybody back to some of their first experiences. Going to a Packers game, what that meant to them, and I think that speaks to probably what this overall is going to be for so many people. Is wow, this meant so much to this group of fans in Japan that they would get up at 2 a.m. and watch these games. What did it mean to me? And I don't want to take for granted that I get to see this kind of in an easier way living in the state of Wisconsin, or just being a Packer fan in the United States. Is that kind of the idea as well?
Yeah, I mean, they never even go ahead, Sean.
Oh no, I just think the film makes you appreciate. I mean, we're so many of us are lifelong Packer fans, or like you, Mason, one of the great Packers. That it makes you appreciate what we have in our own backyard,
Yeah.
And I think a lot of what just what we grew up with in the culture, it's that culture that's so appealing to fans around the world. Because I think this film just is a bit of a stand-in for those of us who've traveled, whether it's to different cities or states or to different countries. And we find that Packer fans are all around the world. And it's such a point of pride, Sure. Anyway, I think the film does so many things, and it's just such a joy to experience, to witness these folks experiencing Lambeau for the first time will, I think, remind everybody of the first time they went to Lambeau.
And something that they thought was impossible to happen.
Yeah.
They're the biggest fans I've ever seen, and they thought it was impossible to get to Green Bay. There's one moment in the film where the guy says, I tried calling travel agencies for years, and they told me, we can't get you there. We can't make this work. And then all of a sudden he was there.
That's so great. That's
Ty
so
Moore
great.
Shanhash with No Packers, No Life. You can go to marcustheaters.com and find ways to book groups, ways to get tickets. Guys, we're up against a break, but I wanted to thank you so much for jumping on, and I can't wait to see you here in Wisconsin next week.
Thanks, you guys.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I really appreciate y'all. We'll see you next week.
Absolutely. Ty and Sean, Mason, it's going to be a lot of fun. That's for sure.
It'll be fun. Yeah, I can't wait to see the whole thing rolled out. It's going to be an awesome experience.
And there will be tears. From No Packers, No Life, go to marcustheaters.com and check it out. Ryan Wood with the Green Bay Press Gazette will join us coming up next year on the Mason Crosby Show, presented by Verizon, the official 5G network of the Green Bay Packers. We're in the fan studios powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Christian Watson's back.
A Super Bowl champion.
The Green Bay Packers have won the Super Bowl.
The Packers' all-time leading scorer.
A game winner for Mason Crosby.
It's time for the Mason Crosby Show with Mitch Nellis, presented by Verizon, the #1 network in Milwaukee, on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM The Fan, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook, and on the free Odyssey app.
Yeah, boy. This is hour number 2 of the Mason Crosby Show. Voter extraordinaire, especially when he's in charge of 43 15-year-olds.
Yeah. Hey, we took it down. It was a fun day.
Oh,
so
that was. What was the
didn't lose anyone out there. We did rip a tube, which was a little bit of a bummer.
Though? Nobody got hurt.
Oh,
though?
everyone was good. Yeah.
All right, good. Just making sure. He's Mason Crosby. I'm Mitch Nellis. It is 1 o'clock on a Monday, and that means it's our weekly check-in with Mr. Ryan Wood of the Green Bay Press-Gazette, part of the USA Today network. USA Today owns they own Earth, so they're we're all part of their network. Ryan, how you doing, my man?
I feel rested, man. Those bye weeks are
bye
nice.
week. Oh, it treated
You like that, all right?
All right, what's the best thing you did this weekend?
Yesterday was a lazy day. I worked on the house a little bit, but mostly just watched football. Enjoyed watching other people play, and it was nice.
Did you watch a game? Did you Red Zone channel it up? Like, how did you do football yesterday?
I've never been much of one to get into the Red Zone channel. It's just too much hopping around for me. I like to actually dig into what I'm watching and see.
I agree.
You guys are both wrong. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Mitch has asked me 14 times if I have the Red Zone channel.
Right,
I'm like, dude, I like to watch football. I don't like to just watch.
We've had 3 straight Sundays of the Packers not playing like at noon or at 3. And so like, we'll all be texting about like what's going on the field. And then Mason will miss something. And I'll be like, oh, didn't you see it on the Red Zone channel? And then he's like, you're an idiot, Mitch. Like, enough.
I just want to watch actual football be played. I don't want to just watch the highlights. I'll get that after the fact.
I've got my scoreboard up on my phone. So I have an idea of the scores around the league, but like you can either watch highlights or watch football. I'd rather watch football than highlights.
Highlights.
I like that.
All right. So speaking of highlights, Ryan Wood, on a scale of 1 to 10, how fast is Christian Watson?
He looked like Christian Watson today. Those not my words. That's Dontavian Wicks that told me that inside the locker room. I asked him, you find yourself kind of eyeing over there during practice? Like, yeah. Now, he did not take 11 on 11 today. It would be a shock if he played this week. I mean, I just don't see that happening at all. Even Christian Watson was asked, if you had your way, would you play this week? And he's like, let's pump the brakes here a little bit. It is a long slog after this early bye, right? And they need Christian Watson to be Christian Watson in December, not necessarily before Halloween. But just having him back on the field, I think everyone in that locker room knows what he represents. He is the field stretcher. There is a massive difference in this offense between him being present on the field and not. And they're going to be deliberate with this, but it's a big day for him to be on the field practicing for the first time, even in just individual drills. It's the right step in a process that has gone really well. I mean, he's 9 months post-surgery. Like, it's gone really well to this point.
Well, it's awesome. Yeah, it's good that he's back in the fold, just getting into that window of, getting back on the field. Saw a couple other names come off and get some practice in, Zach Tom and Aaron Banks. How did they look? Were they full go, or is that just kind of like at least they're getting back into the fold of things? What do you think their status is going to be for this week?
Yeah, we'll see how the week progresses, but just the fact that they were on the field today had to be very, very welcoming news for this Packers offense that might finally have its full offensive line together. Matt LaFleur said it exactly 1 week ago, a day after Dallas. What does the bye week mean? And he said it's called health. They needed it, especially on that offensive line. So for Zach Tom and Aaron Banks to be back, again, we'll see how the week progresses, but that is a very positive sign. On the flip side, I do think the fact that Devontae Wyatt not only did not practice today, but Matt LaFleur a week ago said it's a week-to-week thing is the opposite of positive. They need Devontae Wyatt back as fast as possible. He makes a massive difference on that defense. You saw that against Dallas. I mean, it was before Wyatt out and after Wyatt out. That's how the Cowboys offense broke down that game. They need him back, and he went on the field today, so we'll have to see.
Yeah, so I was just thinking about going into this game and and then looking at some of the games this weekend, like watching the Cowboys again dismantle the Jets. That offense, obviously, really good. And so you got to feel a little bit better about some of those things. I feel like watching the Detroit Lions since that first game, it's like what this Packers team did to the Detroit Lions has not been even close to done, since they've stepped on the field after. So after, watching some of those Packers not playing this week, like where do you feel like the Packers stand after a bye week, seeing some of the undefeated teams go down, all the weird stuff that happens in the NFL? Do you feel better or kind of the same with this Packers team at the moment?
Guys, I feel like I must have missed the memo that this Packers team was now forsaken and left for dead after the last 2 weeks. I had the audacity watching Jake Browning fumble his way through trying to put forth a competent quarterback performance of tweeting that the Packers are getting a really opportune opponent coming out of this bye because, my God, the Bengals look bad. The Lions have looked good. Okay, fine. But the Bengals look bad, and they don't just look bad against the Lions. They look bad anytime Jake Browning's behind center, to the point that who knows if he's even going to be the quarterback this week, right?
Yeah.
He looks awful. And I had the audacity to tweet this, and oh my God, my Twitter mentions just blew up with I missed the memo, guys. Apparently nothing can be taken for granted for this Packers team. They are moribund. They are left for dead. And even the Cincinnati Bengals with Jake Browning is now a formidable test. I missed that memo because to me, this is still a very good team. This is still a team that I think you can make a very plausible argument for having the best quarterback and the best defensive player in the NFC. I understand Cleveland, Dallas did not turn out the way that they wanted it to turn out. That's going to happen in this league. The Buffalo Bills lost last night at home in primetime to the New England Patriots. The Philadelphia Eagles are no longer undefeated because they coughed up a 17-3 lead to Bo Nix. Like, you're going to have those weeks. It does not make you a bad team. Ultimately, you have to trust the talent, and the talent of this Packers team is loaded. So I don't get – look, no team's taken for granted. I understand it's professional football. They get paid too. I still think this is a really good Packers team loaded with talent.
Ryan,
I like it. I like your optimism, and I totally agree with you.
Ryan Wood joins us on the Fan Guest Hotline, powered by Gruber Law. One called, that's all. Buffalo loses, Philly loses. I know you just kind of answered this question from a Packers perspective, but from a league-wide perspective, I mean, the Packers are now tied for the least losses in the league. But the last two undefeateds go down. Does anything scream more week-to-week league than what we saw yesterday with those results?
That's what this league is, right? So look at the Detroit Lions look really, really good. And I do think that there is a caveat to that opener, which is that it was Aiden Hutchinson's first game back from the leg injury last year. It was their first game with two new coordinators. We're going to find out where these two teams stack up on Thanksgiving, right? We're going to find out Packers, Eagles, when they come to Lambeau Field in November. But if you look around the league, knowing it's a week-to-week league, tell me what team out there you look at and you're like, oh, Packers have it's a long shot there of winning that game, beating that opponent. I don't see that opponent. Now, that doesn't mean that they're going to steamroll everyone either, because if I'm the Philadelphia Eagles or if I'm the Detroit Lions getting the Packers back at your home place on Thanksgiving, I'm feeling pretty good too. This is a parity league. There's a lot of teams at the top that are very, very close, but I think the Packers are right in that mix. I mean, they're absolutely a contender to win it all.
Yeah, Ryan, I think like the biggest thing and like you said, Eagles lost at home, Bills lost at home. It's like, I think that's the biggest thing for the Packers is defend Lambeau Field, win your home games, which they have, they've done at a really good rate for those first two games. So getting the Bengals at home, like you got to win at home and just control that narrative, right? And then if you split your away games, you're a really good team and you're going to have a really good spot in the playoffs. Possibly, should maybe even win your division. So if they can take care of business at home, they're going to be just fine. And I totally agree with you. The bye week gave us the time to breathe, say like, all right, those two road games were a little bit of a weird, we ran into some weird opponents that just didn't match up well. And it ended up being being a weird 1-1 type of situation, or what 1-1 type situation in those games. But yeah, so like what are you looking for going up against the Bengals? Like a week of work. You come out of the bye week. I know whenever I was playing, it's like you come out of the bye week and it's like you want to be fresh and sharp. Like you need to dive into those details, get all that work in that especially this Monday, get everything crisp, get everything going. What do you think LaFleur is going to push on this team coming out of this bye week this week?
The funny thing, I don't know if this line's moved since it came out last night, but just the fact that they're 14.5-point favorites against the Bengals.
14.5. Yep.
That's a lot of points. And again, I need to stop reading the Twitter mentions. I'm a grown man. I don't know why I haven't learned this in all my years on earth to stop reading the Twitter mentions.
Are you 40?
No, I'm 38.
Because you said you're a grown man.
40. I'm aging in parent years.
Yeah. Okay.
So just the fact that the idea is, they're not going to cover that 14.5-point spread. Well, no kidding. Do you understand how many points 2-touchdown favorite is in this league? It's a league of parity. Anytime you're 14, you're not supposed to ever beat any team by 2 touchdowns. That's not what the NFL is. So the fact that they are even considered 14.5-point favorites, I think they need to come into this game and leave it without playing with their food. Right? Whether that's 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns, whatever. Just you're a good team. They're a bad team right now with Jake Brown.
Step on them.
We should have a segment within the segment of reading Ryan Wood's Twitter mentions every Monday.
By Sunday, I'm sitting on the couch. I'm drinking beer. I'm just taking it easy. If I'm busy, I have those distractions. But then otherwise, on a by Sunday, it's like, oh my God, I missed the memo, guys. This team is terrible. I'm sorry. The Packers are left for dead, and all is lost. Time for 2026. But here's what I'll say. Here's what I'll say about the Packers, and this is recency bias. I understand the last 2 weeks they have shown that they can lose or tie to anyone. Right? They have failed to win 2 games against opponents that they should have won. They should be 4-0. But let's step away from the recency bias because this team has also shown that they can literally beat anybody. They can beat the top of the league, and they can do it by dismantling them. They can blow out the Detroit Lions. They can blow out the Washington Commanders. The Washington Commanders get Jaden Daniels back yesterday. It takes about a quarter. They go down 10-0, knock the rust off, and then they come back in Los Angeles and beat Justin Herbert. That's a good team. They can dismantle good teams too. They can lose to anyone, but I think it still matters that they can beat anybody in front of them as well.
Yeah, and that speaks to the parity of this league. And I think this Packers team and all teams in this league, for that matter, are going to run into that throughout the course of the season. So first quarter of the season's over. They are 2-1-1. They've only had 1 loss. Like the best teams in the league only have 1 loss. They're fine. Now we're moving into the second quarter of the season. And these, like the second and third quarters of the NFL season, are when you really show your character. You show what type of team you're going to be pushing into December towards the playoffs. So I think this start of this second quarter couldn't have lined up better, that they're going to face Bengals at home. They're going to face a Cardinals team that is kind of, they're just questioning who they are and what they're about, right?
Just lost to the Titans.
Go on the road on that. Yeah, they lost to the Titans, and they're going to basically all week in the next month, they're just going to be doing run through the end zone drills and make sure that you hold on to the football. Like go back to Pee Wee football. But yeah, so I think it lines up well for this Packers team. And I think we just have to look at this. And that's how we did it whenever I was playing. I mean, that's how the football and the player mind is you play it for like a 4 quarters. And it's literally, you just plot it along. And once that first quarter is done, you're resetting and you're going into this second quarter ready to roll. And we're going up against a Bengals team that is really bad. But you have to go and step on their throats. We were talking about with the Brewers. You got to go out there and step on them. So who do you think steps up in that? Got to get that running game going. Jordan Love, I think, is going to have a huge game this weekend. And then I think I want to see this defense get some turnovers, change pressure into sacks, pressure into turnovers. Do you think that is kind of what the next step is for this Packers team coming in the second
turnovers
quarter?
Would sure be nice.
Yeah, we talk about not playing with your food. Like that's squarely on the defense. Like here you have food in the name of Jake Browning, potentially. Who knows if he's going to be – if it's not Jake Browning, it's the guy that they didn't feel confident enough to play over Jake Browning.
Yeah.
So here's your food. Dominate it. Shut it down, right? And show that, okay, Dallas happened, but that was a blip because 3 other games also happened already this season, and they were absolutely dominant in all 3. Show that that's actually who you are. I think that's an opportunity to send a statement for this defense. Offensively, just getting a full offensive line back, that would obviously be huge for this offense. I don't expect to see Christian Watson this week, but I think that I continue to say there's no higher priority on this offense than maximizing Tucker Kraft. He is a special tight end. If Tucker Kraft is not a Pro Bowl tight end this year, it is. I don't put that on Tucker Kraft. I put that on the coaching staff for not putting him in position because he is one of the best 3 tight ends in the NFC. Like that he needs to be your guy. You have to figure out how to maximize him. So whether it's the Bengals, the Cardinals, whether it's Dallas a week ago, it doesn't matter the opponent. You have to maximize Tucker Kraft, and I think every week's an opportunity to do that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it'd be nice. It'd be nice going into that game against our old friend Aaron Rodgers. Just feeling really good about where this team's at, and doing that, like just finding that identity on offense. And I've said it from like off season to the start of the season. I totally agree with you, Ryan. This offense runs around Josh Jacobs and Tucker Kraft. Like you have to run the ball effectively, and you feed Tucker Kraft and make it a boxing match where he's taking hits on those DBs, on those guys on the other side of the ball, and take that fight to them. And if this offense can keep producing in that way, it opens the field up for everything. Then Christian Watson comes in, takes the top off of that, for this offense, and the sky's the limit. So I totally agree with you. I think Tucker Kraft is the key that unlocks this offense. And I mean, I'm just excited that they're going to be back on the field in Lambeau Field this weekend against an inferior opponent. Like as a player all the time, you're like, you don't look past anybody, but you kind of lick your chops thinking like we can get right on this team and really show the NFL what type of team we really are.
Hey, those 2 names that you just mentioned, Josh Jacobs and Tucker Kraft, what different positions, obviously. What's the one through line that connects those 2? They're both incredibly physical players. Yep. Their play style, their mentality. And if you look at the last 2 weeks, okay, I think the Packers offense, especially in Cleveland, I mean, Dallas turned into a track meet. They put up 40 points. They're going up and down the field. So it wasn't a week that called for physicality. But they lost the physical battle in Cleveland. And then the first 2 weeks, Detroit and Washington, they didn't just beat the Lions and Commanders. They beat up the Lions and Commanders. Your best players on offense are guys that are bred in physicality. And that is who I think this offense wants to be, a team. They spent all offseason after Philly working on being a more physical offense. They showed it. Then they got away from that. This is an opportunity this week against the Bengals to beat up the Bengals. And then next week, Arizona, to go into Arizona and beat up the Cardinals. That is who they want to be, and they have an opportunity to go do that now.
I love it. I love it, Ryan. You got anything else, Mitch?
No, I was just going to say, like, any other nuggets from the locker room today? Anything else the players have on their minds, or anything else going on?
Well, I can tell you that the deep ball down the left sideline was intended for Matthew Golden and not Dontavian Wicks. I learned that today. All week I'm like, which guy was he throwing to? It was Matthew Golden that he was turned to. It looked
like it was to Wicks, didn't it?
Yeah, no, I was Matthew Golden.
It felt like one of them ran the wrong routes, just because usually you don't have 2 guys in the same zone on a deep ball like that. But yeah, that's good. At least that got clarified.
If you listen, Matt LaFleur said that it was a situation where obviously never are you supposed to have 2 intended receivers in the same spot on the field. But because the Cowboys busted the coverage, someone
you put your hand
decided to follow the rules. They have rules for this, and they kind of broke it deep and put their hand up. It was Dontavian Wicks. It's supposed to be an out route. So, and I asked Matthew Golden.
That makes sense.
I asked Matthew Golden. I was like, "Did you know when you're tracking the ball in the air whether it's thrown to you or not?" He's like, "If you're me, what do you do?" Like. I'm like, yeah, you catch the ball. Like he did his job, right? So you can't put that on Dontavian Wicks either, because there's a rule in place that if they bust the coverage, you're thinking 7, you're thinking end zone. So he did what he was supposed to do too. It was kind of a funky, fluky thing that obviously worked out well for them. But for a whole week, I'm like, okay, that was a good play. What was supposed to happen on that play? Because I had no idea.
Nice.
Well, that's awesome. I'm glad we got that clarified. But yeah, that makes total sense. And Ryan, man, I appreciate you coming on, and I can't wait to talk to you next Monday after a Packer victory there in Lambeau Field.
Let's go. Let's
Take
go.
care, guys. We'll see you.
All right,
Thanks,
have a
Ryan.
great week.
Ryan Wood from the Green Bay Press Gazette joining us here on the Fan Guest Hotline, powered by Gruber Law. One call, that's all. We got to get to our weekly picks and some more Brewers talk because it's all Brewers all the time right now. Mason, remind us your shirt. It's beer and burgers
and pancakes and friendship and magic.
Oh my gosh,
it's all of it.
I just want to put those 5 things in a pie and eat that pie.
That does sound like it.
It sounds amazing.
What would we call that? I'll think of the name.
The Brewers pie.
Just a Brewers pie.
Yeah, just Brewers pie.
Perfect.
Yeah,
simple enough.
He's Mason Crosby. I'm Mitch Nellis. Tommy Wirtz has no idea what to do with us. This is the Mason Crosby Show, presented by Verizon, the official 5G network of the Green Bay Packers. Woo! Yeah.
Dinner.
Tommy's in a good mood.
Oh, it's the acoustic version. I was ready for little ditty about Jack and Diane.
Just didn't hit. Just didn't
Two
hit.
American
You were
kids
waiting.
growing up in the heartland.
I'm always in a good mood, Mace. I don't know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
Mace.
Yeah, I thought about skipping this segment today. So
Oh, not in a great mood. It is our weekly pick recap. But before we get to that, Mace, Penn State just gets the blown out by UCLA.
yeah.
Texas loses to Florida. Do you even like college football anymore? Or is it just too weird? Is it just too random?
I said that I've said this many times, and like, gosh, why does this segment always end up being something? Yeah, like business, just the business of sports. You're just gonna get me fired up, and I'm gonna be more angry because I can't pick any teams this last week. But yeah, I said this before. Like, college sports are supposed to be, you're developing these players into becoming professionals, but once you start paying them, the expectation is it should be that much. It should be better. It should be cleaner. Like, there shouldn't be as many mistakes, all of those things. So, like, watching college sports, it honestly makes me angry because I'm like, if it's not as good of a product, some of these guys are getting paid. Like, what are we doing out there? Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. So I don't know. And now it's like you have to go to college basically ready to go. They just want to get 1 or 2 years out of you. They don't want to coach you. They don't want to develop you. They don't want to, like, bring you up and get you to the pros. It's just like, all right, give us 2 years, go to community college, go somewhere else. We want you whenever you're refined, you're ready to roll. We'll give you a few dollars, and then go out there and perform. And if you don't, then we're going to sit you, and you're going to probably transfer anyway. So I mean, it's kind of a mess. And honestly, I feel I don't feel bad for Arch Manning, but that Texas team, like, I mean, what a mess.
Yes.
And the expectation, though, shouldn't have been what it was, though. Like, for that offense, I mean, they lost all of their offense. I mean, they lost all their weapons. Like, it was just like, Arch Manning is going to make this thing amazing. And it's like Matthew Golden, the other receiver, like Blue, like, they lost all of their playmakers. So, like, what did they expect? That defense is okay, but it's like I feel like that expectation was just overblown by the media to start this whole thing.
Was that, however, just really NIL pulls back the mask of what college football literally already was before that?
What's that with Arch Manning?
Or with all of it, just like
with all of it, yeah.
That it's such a broken sport right now. Like it's fun to see all the chaos, but it's also, like, annoying. Like, I like following the scores on Saturday, but I almost don't want to sit down and watch the game because it's like it's just not what it used to be. I feel
they just
old and curmudgeonly.
Well, they just rolled it out so poorly. It was never, like, again, the intent of these student athletes are going out there. They have to go to school. They have to perform. They're trying to make it somewhere. All that. They've already made it. Like, a lot of them are already making it more than they might ever make it in professional sports. They may never get paid that much playing a professional sport, but they are getting paid to play in college. And now, so that expectation just changes. And now you can't just say, like, hey, these are kids out there battling it out. They're college kids. Let's appreciate what they're doing. Let's cheer them on. Let's try to support them. Now it's like, you better get it done or we're going to throw you under the bus. I mean, I like some of the stuff that's being said now too in these games about some of these student athletes. Like, or are they student athletes anymore? I'm just like, that's what's going to happen. Like, they aren't protected anymore as, like, young athletes trying to make it to the next level. You are a professional. If the second you take NIL, you take any money to play that game, you've become a pro, and that expectation goes up.
Yeah. Mason Crosby spitting the truth right now on the Mason Crosby Show, presented by Verizon, the official 5G network of the Green Bay Packers. 414-677-1250 if you want to be a part of it. That's the Nicolay Law Fan Talking text line. 414-677-1250. Tommy, let's look at our weekly picks. How did we do this week, Tommy Words?
Leading the week was sorry. It was Mason was not at the. It must have been. It wasn't Mitch either. leading the week.
Oh,
Impossible.
4-1.
I'm proud of you.
4-1. By the way, I went and looked back. I have made all of our picks, by the way. There's only ever been 2 undefeated weeks, both of them owned by me as well, by the way, during this pick segment. 3.5.
Are you at 500 yet, or are you still?
We'll get there. We'll get there.
I just
We'll
making
get
sure.
there.
All right. I might be below it now after this week.
Vikings 3.5. Great line, Vegas. You guys both went with the Browns.
Yeah, and we were both right.
I mean, yeah,
Browns.
Okay.
I picked the Vikings. We got that. Lions.
Dylan Gabriel's
Lions, Bengals. We were all on Lions. Very nice. Badgers, Michigan. You guys both went with Michigan. Guys, this was like the easiest game to be like,
what was it, 14.5?
The line was 17.5. I literally said Badgers are losing this game by 17.
And
like
100% for a while.
It was 24-10 was the final.
Right, it was 24-7 for a while.
Right. So again, Badgers lose by 14. They cover. I knew that was going to happen. I knew it.
I hate,
Bama Vandy was interesting because that was a 20-14 game going into the fourth quarter.
So close.
And literally, I said on the radio on Friday that it's going to be close to the fourth quarter, and then Bama's going to step.
Yeah, no.
I literally said
I told Mitch Nellis, first of all, Ryan Williams, he's not going to win a Heisman. He's the best player in the country. 100% he is.
Yep.
He is 18 years old as a sophomore right now doing this.
Yep.
He is younger than Cooper Flagg,
Yeah.
to put that into perspective. He was born in 2007. He is the best player in the country, Ryan Williams. Bama ends up winning 30-14. And then our solo picks, both of you guys, you could pick anything you want. You could go anywhere in sports, and you both pick losers. Again, I was the only one who won. I picked the Brewers minus 1.5.
You two have done that now twice. I've started trying to pick more legitimate games. I'm going Yannick Sinner from now on.
Dude.
I'm not
spread.
I'm not doing anything tight.
1.5 was the spread. Did they win by more than 1.5?
Yes.
I'm going no.
I also said Brewers by 1 million. It was closer to 1 million than it was to 1.5 in that game. Quite honestly, I was all in. While Mason picked Navy and Mitch.
I'm sorry, I love the military. I love our military guys.
Navy won. They did.
I picked the winner.
They didn't win by 12.5. And Mitch.
I'm better at picking winners than the line.
Yeah, you had the Giants. Isn't that weird? Like the Saints won a football game. Yes. I don't even know how to react to that. So anyway, Tommy wins the week. 4-1 on the week. Mitch was 2-3. Mason was 1-4. Oh, God.
Hey, sometimes you just you lay an egg.
What are the standings?
Swing for the fences. Don't get it.
The
done.
Standings have gotten interesting as tied atop.
I don't think you know what the meaning of that word. Interesting.
13-13, both sit Mason and Mitch, while Tommy all of a sudden 12-14, sniffing right there.
See,
right
that's how
there.
it should be. We're entering the second quarter of the season. Feeling just kind of figuring things out. Now it's time to step on the gas. Now it's time to really lock in.
Also like to issue a formal apology during this.
Oh, that's nice.
I want to apologize to our guy Mikey Henninger. I told him on Friday I was going to bench Jamar Chase.
Yeah, you did.
I did not. I got cold feet at like 11:45. I put Jamar Chase in my lineup. Jamar Chase put up 29 points this week. Yep. He was awesome.
He was not awesome.
I still lost by 41 points. So I am totally.
You should have stuck with integrity.
Yeah,
you're gonna lose anyways. You might as well. Your integrity is not intact, and you're a loser.
Correct
in fantasy football.
Yes. I lack victories and integrity on this show. So I'm going to take my 4-1 victory lap. Thank you. 4-1 victory lap.
You did get that. You did get that.
I got that.
You deserve it. That was a good ball by you.
Mason, before we get into it later in the week with our picks for next week, Iowa is at Wisconsin for a 6 p.m. kickoff. I don't know if you looked on today's sheet, but if you didn't, don't look now. What do you think the line in Vegas is? Because, of course, we can't go to Potawatomi for the Badgers.
Yeah.
Iowa at Wisconsin. What's the number on this one?
12.5.
3.5.
3.5.
3.5.
I mean, just easiest Iowa pick of all time.
This is another that, like, I want to drive to the Illinois border, have my app on my phone, put my money down on Iowa, and drive right back. It's worth the drive.
Yeah, I mean, they played Indiana pretty tight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Indiana's 7.
Almost. They were close with Iowa State.
Indiana, Oregon this week. Is that right? I think it's Indiana at Oregon this week.
Man.
7.
I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start locking in. I'm studying these
Yeah.
things earlier this week than I did last week.
I like that.
I wasn't focused last week.
I'll tell you right now.
I'm disappointed in myself, is what I am. I'm proud of you, Tommy, but I'm more disappointed in myself.
I'm disappointed in me and Mason, and I'm not proud of Tommy at all.
Oh, that's fine. That's all right. I will gladly not take any of your compliments.
Good.
That's fine during this.
Good.
I am all good with that. I will just, by the way, at the end of the season, be at the top of the standings. That's what I know. Super Bowl Sunday can't come soon enough.
Mason, switching gears a little bit, but I think a lot of people in their survivor pools this week had the Arizona Cardinals. Right, Arizona Cardinals at home against Tennessee.
Yeah,
up 21-6. Running back busts a 72-yard run to score a touchdown to go up 28-6. But he fumbles the ball at the half-yard line, touchback, and then so that happens. Then they have like Kyler Murray's back in the shotgun. They snap the ball into his helmet and turn the ball over. They were in the red zone.
Yeah, just gross.
That would have been in a lot of people's chests,
and then at 21-12, they throw an interception.
The interception fumble, right?
Arizona catches it. The guy falls down and drops the ball on his own, not touched. It gets bounced around into
crazy.
the end zone.
I know.
And Tennessee scores. Like, all three of those things have to go perfectly right for Tennessee to even have a chance to win a football game. Like, I would contract the Cardinals right now. Like, these are unforgivables. I don't know that you can release that running back today or release the cornerback.
I'm not releasing him. Did you see how fast he was? I mean, just tell him to hold on to the ball. I mean, the guy is
like, he already made
he didn't in that game, but I mean, you want that guy on your team.
Do you sometimes get fired for making a mistake?
No, not that. I mean, not that. I mean, the guy broke out a 70-yard run and he was flying. I mean, you're gonna do all the ridiculous drills, where it's like we're gonna make you run 20 yards through into the end zone like
how do we
50
not know
times
this by now? How do we not know this?
It doesn't even look cool. I don't understand like the ball flip. Like, do it in the back of the end zone. Run all the way through. Like, I love when they do like the track, like that looks cooler.
Or the
run through the end zone and then do something cool after the fact. Like, hold on to the dang ball. Like, it's so stupid.
Speaking of not looking cool, do you guys want to have the conversation about Justin Herbert again yet? Or are we waiting on that a little bit?
Okay. He didn't have did you see the interception? It hit somebody. It was tipped. He had a fine game. He only threw 7 incompletions. So I'm not going to go into your Justin Herbert's bad. Like, I don't know if the Chargers are as good as they might have been.
I feel like I've never said he's bad. I've said he's overrated and he's mid, right? Like, that's where I've gone with this. Like, everyone slow down your Justin Herbert talk.
But you love Trevor Lawrence, though.
I said he is Trevor Lawrence.
We're about to love Trevor Lawrence after tonight.
I said he is Trevor Lawrence, just reincarnated.
Do you think they're going to beat the Chiefs?
If he does, then we got
awesome.
If he does, we'll lead the show with Trevor Lawrence versus Justin Herbert.
Just highlights.
Justin Herbert is now 44-40 as a starter in his career. Any comment on that from either of you two?
His
Any
team
comment?
hasn't been that good.
Oh, because he's not that good.
He's
just mid.
So
I think they still win that division.
All right. So
isn't that who I picked?
Yeah.
Didn't I pick the Chargers?
So from making fun of Justin Herbert with some tongue in cheek to not so tongue in cheek, man, what the hell is wrong with Mark Sanchez?
Oh my God.
Jeez,
dude. What the hell?
We probably need to. Yeah, that was. Like, it sounded like it was like, oh my gosh, like he got stabbed, he got mugged or something. And then the new evidence comes out where he basically attacked the truck driver and the guy defended himself, which is crazy. Stab somebody. I mean, I don't know. You're a truck driver. You're hardcore. Like,
a delivery driver.
Apparently, he pepper sprayed him first.
That's a
Sanchez
truck,
kept
right?
Coming after him.
Oh, I thought it was like Uber Eats or something.
No.
It was like a truck, delivering to the hotel.
Not even delivering. He picks up the grease traps.
Oh God!
Like at the end of the night,
guy's just out there doing his job. Like, Sanchez decided he was in charge of the hotel, and you can't park here.
I think he parked in Sanchez, and it was like at the end of the night.
In his spot?
It was in like the back. It was at the back of the hotel, and Sanchez probably went in like the private way to not deal with the the normal people.
All that media that follows him around.
Right.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
Not a good look.
Confirmed
It's now a
loser of the
felony.
week, not Mason Crosby, Mark Sanchez.
Yeah,
So there you go.
Thank you.
Like,
yes, thank you, Mark Sanchez, for not
Sanchez
making me the
Sanchez
ultimate
went
loser of the
0-5.
week.
Yeah.
He went 0 for a long
life.
time now.
Life.
Well,
Yeah.
1 to 6.
That just
Yeah,
changed it
0
all.
for 1 to 6.
1 to 6. Yeah.
Man,
It sounds
that
like.
they've upgraded it to a felony today is
No, they
wild.
did.
Yes.
That's why
Yes.
he's like
He's
they're
facing
like
1 to 6 years in prison right now.
like it's a really rough weekend for Mark Sanchez compared to anyone else.
Oh gosh, that is crazy.
Have you ever met him?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Was he
Yeah,
a
he
nice
used to
dude?
come to the game. He did some of our games.
He's like
He's a
one of
fun
the
guy.
guys like on TikTok. Like he does lots of stuff with his wife. Like he seems like
Well, that's Leinert, isn't it?
Oh, that's Leinert. You're
Yeah.
right. That's
Don't
Leinert.
no.
you're
Okay,
right.
like let's. Yeah, that's Leinert,
Listen,
not
USC
Sanchez.
Marks. I don't know USC Marks.
Yeah, I don't know USC Mark.
Yeah.
But no,
You're
that's
right,
great.
that's
I did
right.
not realize it had gotten upgraded to felony. But
Yeah.
like,
Just
so the
before
guy,
the show.
because like, do they have video that it was
must
truly
have video.
self-defense and like,
Yeah.
but still stabbing someone? I'm like,
But
I
listen,
don't
if
know.
you
I
pepper spray him and he still comes after you, like he's fearing for his
Mm.
life.
yeah.
Like,
Mess around, find out, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's crazy.
like, I'm sorry, I get it. Like you have a knife. Like, good thing he had a knife. It sounds like. I don't know.
I mean, was
what's
he
going on.
just on him, just beating him up? Like that's
they must
that's
have-
crazy.
there
they must
were-
have video of that.
There were some photos released from like a Fox affiliate or something out there that were like, this dude got messed up by Mark Sanchez too. Yeah. So
Jeez.
yeah, it was a rough weekend for Mark. And also it's Matt
hate
Leinert,
that.
not Mark Leinert.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
M's who went to USC.
got it.
Yeah. The Marks.
Marson Palmer, dude. Marson Palmer.
We know how, yeah, Mitch. I mean, it's weird. This 12-2 time frame.
Yeah,
I was fortunate. Molly brought me a little snack.
Oh, that
'Cause
must
I
be
was-
nice. Thanks,
Yeah,
Molly.
I was like, man, I got to figure out my eating schedule around that new
Molly,
time
thanks for being
slot.
in Wisconsin and not texting me, by the way.
Yeah, I know exactly.
Hater.
She was just running. She did
I would've
something really
helped.
awesome.
I would have helped.
The My Team Triumph deal
Oh,
and the
that
Bellin half marathon. She did a little relay with one of our friends down here in Tennessee.
That is
They
awesome.
flew up and they run like a disabled adult in a little cart thing. Like, oh, so awesome.
Yeah.
She decided 10 days ago, I'm going to go run 6.5 miles.
Yeah,
so
no big deal.
yeah, what a baller. Mom, great. She does it all.
We got Mason's Extra Points coming up, and we'll give you the Brewers media schedule today. When Murphy's talking, when Council's talking, who the players talking to the media before the game. 8:08 first pitch, of course, game 2 tonight at AmFam Field. This is the Mason Crosby Show, presented by Verizon, the official 5G network of the Green Bay Packers, right here in the Fan Studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Hey, everybody, Mitch Nellis for my friends at Underdog. Football season in full swing. Underdog, best place to get in all the action. Make your picks, win money right now. Just get on Underdog. It's easy. Pick your favorite players. Look at rushing yards. Look at receptions. Look at touchdowns. And we all know that the Bengals are coming to town. So I'm taking Green Bay, Jordan Love. I'm taking Tucker Kraft. I'm taking Romeo Doubs. And, of course, throughout this entire week, I'm just going Brewers hitters because Brewers hitters are mashing right now. Yelich, Terang, Contreras, everybody. Download the app today. Sign up with promo code ThunderMKE to score $100 in bonus funds or entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code ThunderMKE. Those bonus funds or entries are amazing. Underdog, make picks, win money, must be 18 or over and present in Wisconsin. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncbgambling.org.
What's on Mason Crosby's mind today? It's time for Extra Points, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on the Mason Crosby Show with Mitch Nellis on 1250 AM and 105.7 FM, The Fan.
Oh, that was great Monday. It is now the Bengals versus Packers week. What are you asking for, Mitch?
Just listening in to Mason's Extra Points.
Yeah, listening.
Extra
I
hard.
do have a question for y'all. Like, did we? I know you think that the Brewers are going to score 1,000,000 points, but did we have predictions for tonight's game? So what are we thinking for tonight? What do you think, Tommy?
I mean, I don't want to sound like Mitch Nellis when I say this, but 1,000,000 runs, maybe I don't know.
Sorry, 1,000,000 runs. I'm sorry.
It's just
oh my gosh, 1,000,000 runs.
I know ball.
I'm looking at RBI. All right. Now, anyway, what I will say this betting odds courtesy of the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Brewers again. Looking
Nice
at
favorites.
it, minus 137 tonight.
That's a good favorite.
Over under is set at 7.5. I have this thing going with Austin Herdina, by the way, that anytime 7.5 is the line, you always hammer the over.
Okay.
First
By the way,
game,
he hit 3 out of 4 of his 4-leg parlay, but his other one was not to score
no run first inning.
No run in the first inning, and then 7 runs were scored in the first inning.
And it is 7.5 again. It was 7.5 in game one. So I'm just saying, like the over. I'm not down.
Yeah,
not down
the
to
Cubs
work
pitching.
Away.
I mean, I feel like the Brewers are just going to keep hitting that. Yeah, they're just going to keep getting hits.
Yes,
if someone homers today, who's homering? How about that?
Ooh, man, could Vaughn get into one? He hasn't hit one in forever.
He hasn't hit one in a while.
But he hits lefties. I think Contreras probably hits one.
It is Jake Bauer's birthday.
I know, but he's it's got to be a pinch hit.
You think
because
Bauer?
Lefty's not starting. If they had a righty starting, I would take Bauer.
Do you remember when you guys? Do you guys remember when we were doing this show and it was before the season and I was like, "Yo, Bryce Terang's awesome," and Bryce Terang, he's awesome, right?
He is awesome.
You're the only one.
He needs to be just like, let's see a homer from Bryce.
I agree.
That would be awesome.
I would like that.
I only bring that up as like, thank you for coming over to the side. Like I welcome all Bryce Terang love.
me.
It didn't take us long.
No.
And literally, I was on the side before I met you, so I don't like.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm just saying we are pro Bryce. We are pro
many runs he's batted in this year.
Yep.
Yeah. How many points does he have? No points.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
0
he might have
points.
gotten some points. Maybe we'll pick a basketball game or something.
Mason, tomorrow's NHL season opener. We got to pick and then is it just Predators?
Oh, do we have a
obviously,
team? Yeah. Do we have a team for the
the
year?
Predators aren't going to be that good, so I'm trying to figure out do we need to pick a team we love the Predators, but we also want a team that might compete.
I have to because again Elizabeth always. I think every year it's either a friend or a teacher decides that they really like a team, and so Elizabeth just jumps on the bandwagon. So
let us
that's
know.
why we picked the Dallas Stars game for October
right.
26th. So I'm going to roll with the Stars.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right, I got to think about that.
I'm a Utah Mammoth. I'll go Mammoth.
Oh,
nice.
New team.
New team. I like that.
New year, new team.
I'm going to decide tomorrow.
No, you're Edmonton or
Calgary.
Yeah.
Do they have a team in England yet?
I don't like England. I like Canada. I don't like
likes
England.
Canada. No,
we beat England in the war.
Yeah, we did
like
twice,
England.
by the way, twice. In case they forgot.
What do you think the game tonight's going to be? Bucks Heats. Who's gonna dominate that one?
I think the Heat are.
The Heat's going to win the
they're
preseason game.
They're going to come out and try hard.
Season's
and
over.
the Bucks aren't.
And I heard, is Giannis in America?
He is in America. He got here this weekend. And also rumors out of Bucks camp that they are working on an extension for AJ Green. So I don't know. I would guess that sometime this week we will find out that AJ Green has signed an extension with the team.
Give him that paper. He's going to just hit so many. He'll hit 1,000,000 threes this year if he gets that extension.
Yeah,
just that confidence, that comfort.
And then Chiefs Jaguars tonight. I don't know what the number is.
Let's take a look at it.
NFL.
Let's see.
Chiefs by 3.5. Not that big. I'm taking the Jags. I'm taking the Jags.
In Jacksonville, yeah.
What? You love the Jags?
Love the Jags.
Nice.
Yeah, I love the Jags.
Let's jump on the Jags, everybody.
Let's all push the Jags and Travis Hunter anytime touchdown.
Ooh. Ooh, I like
Real
that
frisky.
a lot.
Okay.
Little breakout. Yep.
Yeah.
Little breakout time for old Travis Hunter.
If the Jags could just make a statement tonight.
This is the game where we start comparing Trevor Lawrence and Justin Herbert.
This is the game.
This is the game.
This is the one.
Jacksonville. Yeah, they're gonna go off here. I think they're gonna win this one
Guys,
tonight.
but all that matters, 8:08 p.m. 8:08 p.m.
8:08.
on
Get your mind right.
CBS. Brewers, Cubs. Let's go. Cannot wait.
Let's do it.
Yes.
I'm ready for it.
Remember, everybody, just want to remind you that you can't count on much, but you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. Watch your local NFL game all season long, kicking off with the juicy Week 6 matchup between the Bengals and the Packers. Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today. Mace, we got about 30 seconds left. Anything you want to leave us with on this Monday?
Well, I bought this hat. If you're watching on YouTube, it's my golf course, and it's in black and gold. I'm still repping those Colorado Buffaloes,
Nice.
but they need to get a little better at football. So, licking our wounds, but they'll get them back.
Sparky's next. Let's go, Crew.
Let's go.
I was